Okay, so now I'm going to unbox this 850 watt power supply which I bought from Shopee. So this is quite heavy. It has been wrapped to prevent any water or anything. So now I'm going to just cut it open. So I requested for them to first have a quick check inside to make sure it's not damaged, because this is quite an old power supply. This was launched, I think, around 2009. There's no date on it, but I've seen reviews online for this unit going back to 2009, about there. As you can see, it still has the NVIDIA SLI logo. So this is an 80 plus rated power supply. Alright, so I've removed the wrapping and now I'm ready to open it and check the contents. Alright, so inside the packaging we have the instruction manual. So you can see here it's copyright 2008, so it was released around 2008-2009 to market. So it comes with the instruction of how to connect the cables. This is a carrying bag for the cables, because this is a modular power supply. Another carrying bag with the InWin logo. This box contains the power cord and the screws. So it comes with the UK 3-pin plug. These cables are also quite thick. Inside we have some twist ties and the screw to mount the power supply into the case. Nothing left in the box. Next is this bag of modular cables. Here I will open this up separately and count it later, but I assume it should be alright. So this is the main part of the power supply. It's very solid, there's no rattling or shaking sound inside. Smells brand new. Alright, let's first check the outlook appearance. This is 850 watt power supply. It has 4 12 volt rails, maximum 30 amps on one rail. Made by InWin. Power switch at the back. It is quite heavy and solid. There is no dents. This is the cooling fan. At the side there is this branding here, 850 watt InWin Commander. 14 cm fan, modularized, 80% efficiency, supports ASI, PCI 2. To the edge of the power supply here. This is for the 24 pin for the main board. The printing here is a bit off already, but it's okay. So just put this down and untie this. So the sleeve is still in quite good condition. I have bought some second-hand power supplies before, and the older power supplies, the sleeve tend to be a bit brittle and break. So these are still very fresh, very new, although it's a 10-year-old power supply. Alright, so these are the connectors. They are covered, so which is very good. You can remove them individually when you want to use them. So here it is labeled clearly that the V1 and V2 is for the CPU power. The V3 is for the PCI power, so this V3 is for the PCI power. V4 here is for the PCIe power as well, and this V4 shares it with this SATA and peripheral power. Alright, so right now I have installed the power supply into my computer. I'm only using a few connections. I have not maxed out the ports. I'm only using one for SATA and one for PCIe. PCIe, I'm using a GTX 1060 3GB card, which is about 125 watt TDP. Not that high, but it still requires a 6-pin plug. So I have been running the system for a few hours now on GPU benchmark. So it has been running for a few hours now. So right now I have not experienced any shutdowns or anything. So I assume the power supply is working fine, although my system is not that high powered. The only issue I have is occasionally I do hear some coil whine coming from the power supply, because every time I turn it on, just turning the power on, it will have some sort of very quiet whine like that. So that is not very promising, but it only happens very seldomly. So that is the risk we need to take, because this is quite an old power supply, so some of the components inside might have been aging, whether or not they have been turned on. So although it has not been used, I will not say it is in 100% new, but so far for my system it has not failed, hopefully. So that's it. Just sharing my experience about this old new stock 850 watt power supply from InWin. Alright, thanks for watching.